I think we are going. We are moving and grooving. How we doing out there? How we doing? How we doing? Check, check, check. How we doing, friends? There we go. All right. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? Happy Tuesday night. Happy Tuesday. Okay. You're all doing well so far? Another week, another show for you, my friends. That's right. Alrighty. Getting this shared out in a couple spots real quick. Alrighty, who we got out there? Dwayne Winstead. What's up, Mr. Dwayne? What's shaking, buddy? What's shaking, my friend? Alright. This is a group here. Welcome everybody to another Taco Tuesday for Magicians live stream for you. That's right, we are here to bring you magic overload. We've got your magic tricks, we've got your magic news, magic giveaways. Of course, you guys love those giveaways, and so do I. I love doing them for you. So we are excited to have you here tonight. Here we should be. All right. Go. How we doing, Casey? Casey says, I'd like to win tonight, and we got you covered, Casey. How we doing, Ken Dumb? I see you out there early tonight. Actually on time, I'd say, right? Alrighty. Jason Gray, what's up, my friend? How we doing out there, Jason? Alright, let's go ahead and kick it over to the All Things Magic prize wheel. And let's kick this off with our theme song, and our countdown will be counting down here in just a few moments. Of course, as always, if you'd like to be on our prize wheel, all you need to do is type in the word win in the comments, and that will get you up on the wheel. If it lands on your name, you win something for free. It costs you nothing, just have to do this right here, like Alex did right about there. Alrighty. Alex finally made it. Wonder where the name is from, but we're glad you made it here tonight, Alex. Thanks for joining us. Taco Tuesday for Magicians, along with Mr. David Ducharme. How are you doing, David? Charm. All right. Yeah, we're up on the YouTubes. Yes, we are, because that's where Alex is watching from. So we are good to go. Speaking of good to go, it is good to go with Dan Sperry in the house. What's up, Mr. Dan? Dan the man. I'm sure you've never heard that one before, right? Good to have you here, bud. Alrighty, who else is out there looking for a win tonight? Of course, one of the OGs out there, Mr. Frankie Valle. Frankie Valle. I got you over there, and I think I have yellow. Oops. Yellow. Do I have yellow up there? I do have yellow. Okay, cool. Just double check. It is already Tuesday. I know it flew by, my friend. It really did fly by. What's up, Tardvark? Our buddy Zach in the house tonight. Tardvark on the YouTube. Thanks for being here as always. Appreciate you. I'm not sure what that's about, but I do enjoy watching London. That tennis. Luke, who's your banana water dealer? That stuff is delicious, but I can't find it anywhere local. I'm talking about this stuff right here. I'll give you the deets here in just a moment. Mr. Eric Elmore. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you had a great time in Hawaii. Unless you're still there. Hope you're still having a great time. Hope you're having a fantastic week regardless, my friend. All right, Jordan. I also have you up on the prize wheel over there. What's up, Tommy Boy Magic? He's giving some greetings to the lounge, and he says he also made burgers outside tonight. That's fun. That's cool. Hope we got some friends watching the All Things Magic Lounge. A few regulars over there. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here tonight. I forgot to run the timer, so that's my bad. Good lord. There we go. Alrighty, who else is out there? Aaron Harp is in the house tonight. Aaron. Got you covered. Good luck on the giveaways, along with John Custer. You are ready to win tonight. Scott R. Smith says, yep, it's a great day for a taco. Isn't that right, Scott? Isn't that right? Thanks for being here as always. Jordan Rooks, win. I'm back, baby. All right, Jordan, good to have you back, and good to have you on the wheel tonight. Good luck to you over there. Black Bear Magic. Hello. Welcome. Black Bear Magic, and good luck for the giveaways. see. Next Tuesday is Cinco de Mayo. It sure is. Brian Jackson, welcome, welcome. On the YouTube, see you. Grant Flights. All right, Grant, got you covered over there as well. Okay, I did forget to hit that, so we're not going to make you sit here for another minute. I'm just going to go ahead and kill this real quick. We'll get that stopped. That's my bad. All right, so let's get this out of the way. This out of the way, and this out of the way. Oops. Wait, what did I do? It's that one. Okay, now we're good. I do need to add Mr. Bill Reeder, though, to the wonderful prize wheel we got here tonight. All righty, Mr. Bill, let's get you over here on the wheel. You are in the running for some goodness tonight. Oh, Steve Zelke. Can't start the show without Mr. Steve Z up here, rocking and rolling. Can't wait to tell you guys about the next Gateway Close-Up Convention when they are ready for that, to announce all the goodness coming your way for the next Gateway Close-Up Convention. What's up, Eric? Good to see you. And also, the 1,000 stars is from Steve Z. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you, my friend. And Eric Seibold says, good evening, gang. All right. Sending the love right back at you, Mr. Jason Gray. All right, friends. Well, this is going to be a fun show, as always. Nice to have you here. Also nice to see Tim Miller joining us. I'll go ahead and add you real quick to the wheel. All right. So lots of magic stuff, as always. Got some of that exciting magic news and other things going on out there in the magic world for you, along with some of the new magic tricks, some of the good stuff for you out there. And don't forget to enter our giveaways, whether you're watching, just looking to jump on the free prize wheel, or if you're looking to jump on our supporter giveaways. I'll give you all the details on that as well right after this. So welcome to another Taco Tuesday for Magicians. It's good to have you here, friends. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Luke Dancy, and this is your Taco Tuesday for Magicians live stream. That's right, my friends. We're here with you live each Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern Time. All of the magic stuff that you want to know about, hopefully you're going to find out what those things are here. You're going to hear about what they are here tonight. And it is so good to be surrounded by so many great friends, just like Mr. Lou Inton. We got Kevin Long. I need to add you guys up to the wheel in just a moment. So I think we should probably go ahead and do that right now. If you're just tuning in, don't worry. We're just getting started. And we'll go ahead and kick it over to the prize wheel right now. And if you are just getting here, like Kevin Long and Lou Inton, I'm going to get them on the wheel tonight, along with Mike Hankins. I just saw Mike pop in a message. I'll be looking at that in a moment. And mostly Amazing Gary. Mostly Amazing Gary. There we go. All right. So we'll go ahead and get this mixed up tonight. Looks like we got one more coming in, Mr. Michael Knight. Let's get Mr. Michael Knight on the wheel as well. There we go. Tonight's shuffle, because we're going to shuffle up the wheel, is the Pharaoh Shuffle. I forget who it was last week that suggested it, but we're going to Pharaoh Shuffle the wheel tonight. Keep it nice and fair for you. Pharaoh shuffling the wheel. Coming on in, and thank you, Brian Irwin, for the like on tonight's show. Thank you very much. Let's get Brian on the wheel before I do this too. Brian Irwin, there we go, buddy. All right. So let's go ahead and mix it up a little bit more. Pharaoh Shuffle. And here we go. All right, good luck, friends. Of course, our first giveaway each week is for a magic download. It'll be something fun for you. Very easy to get because it is on the, it is, get this out of the way. Oh, it's taco time. Yeah. And our first winner this week is Ryan Garber. Congratulations. Going out to Ryan Garber. All right. My friend, congrats to you. We're going to give you one of the OG winners.
Winner, chicken dinner.
There we go. We got you covered over there, buddy. And we want to let you know that you've got a week to claim that prize. But you knew that already. But it does need to be said. And this is what needs to be said next. info@allthingsmagic.com. That is the place for you to grab that from us. So be sure to hit us up before next week's show, and we'll get you all set up with one of those free Magic downloads for you right over there. All right, so congrats again to Ryan Garber. Got some love coming in for you, Ryan, from Larry and Dwayne and Ellis and Jordan and Jason. Lots of people on, and Lawrence as well. I think I missed Lawrence out there, and Kevin Long out there as well. Love to see you guys supporting each other. Even if you're not winning on that spin, there are more spins coming your way very soon. So don't forget to hang tight for our next round of spins. All righty. Let's see. I thought I had a couple people I needed to add real quick. Who was that? Also, Ken Dunn, what's the punchline on the T-shirt? Look, having fun. There's a snappy line under the taco. Oh, yes. I'm into fitness. Fitness taco in my mouth, because it is Taco Tuesday. So, I'm all about fitness taco in my mouth. That's what's going down. So there you go. Good eye. We got Lawrence Madani also looking to be added to the wheel. Let me get you added up here real quick, Lawrence. Alrighty, there we go. You are in the running. Who else was on that? Rich Gilbert. Good to see you, Rich. I think those were the people I missed right there. So let's go ahead and jump back down. All right, so there we go. And of course, if you're just joining us and you missed those, don't forget the way to get into the running for some free stuff tonight is just to type in the word win. And that'll get you added to our prize wheel of fun. All right, so be sure to do it to it. Speaking of Taco Tuesday, it is not a Taco Tuesday until we show you a little Rich Gilbert. This was a very creative AI image that he created today with Slidini. Slidini performing his tacos over the head routine. I hear avocado is good for your hair. Where do all these tacos go? That's a very clever adaptation of the Slidini balls over the head routine we're all familiar with, but doing it with tacos because it is Taco Tuesday, of course. So love to see that on Taco Tuesday. Thank you, Rich Gilbert, for keeping us entertained each week with your ways to help us get ready for Taco Tuesday. Alrighty, that's a good one. Enjoy that one. Also, each week we bring you some of the Magic news I've been telling you about, and we're going to go ahead and jump in with a little bit of the news with who is performing this week at the world-famous Magic Castle. Over there in Hollywood, it is a who's who of Magic, and this week, let's see who it is. Of course, they have different rooms, and we're going to tell you about those right about now. We have the close-up gallery, Benjamin Barnes, Alexander Duvivier, and Hernan Macaños. That's a great-looking lineup over there. Early, mid, and late close-up. Of course, you can see the times there for each performer, so be sure to check that out there. It's about 25 people there. And you do need to get in line about 45 minutes before the show because it does fill up quick. Not a lot of room over there. Also coming up for you in the parlor of prestidigitation, Riccardo Berdini, and Greg Fruin. So those are some guys there. It's about 60 people there, so a little bit more room for you for the parlor. So those are some good guys over there. In the Palace of Mystery, you've got Aaron O'Brien, Sean Rader, and Luna Shimada. You can see the times and days for each, so be sure again to check that out before you go. Those are the people and those are the times when they will be there. Okay. Library Bar this week, John Sharrock. He's holding it down all week from 7 to 11. Pale Earth Theater, we've got David Gabby, Steve Branham, and George Tovar. Again, early and late. And the House Magicians, we got Nick and Mike. They are the ones that do the strolling throughout the venue. There at the Magic Castle. Okay, so those are the people there. And the Parlor Kid shows Saturday and Sunday brunch, Tricky Tim. Again, those are the times for him. And thank you, John Gardner, for dropping a thumbs up on tonight's show. If you guys haven't done that yet, whether you're watching over on Facebook or the YouTubes, be sure to drop us a little thumbs up. We would appreciate that very, very much. And John Gardner with the 500 stars. Thank you very much, Mr. John. Appreciate you more than you know. No.
Well, thank you very much.
There we go. So that's what's good this week at the Magic Castle. Of course, lots of new venues opening up with Magic. We got the Hand in the Eye now in Chicago. Not too much to show you there. They don't have any, kind of like the castle, there are no cameras, no videos from inside the venue. But it is the latest venue to appear on the Magic scene, right? So there we go. I've got to get Mr. Keith up on the prize wheel. Keith's dropping in right now. It says, look, I want to win some stuff tonight as well. So there you go, Keith. Good luck to you on the old prize wheel. And I think that means I also need to add Mr. John Gardner because I don't think I have you up there, John. There we go, John Gardner. There we go, Mr. John. Good luck, my friend. Hope to see you this summer at Magic Live, right? Mark Coleman as well, looking for a win. I see you, Mark. There we go. Alrighty. Also want to let you guys know, and thank you, Wojo, by the way, for the super chat over on the YouTubes. Alrighty. Let's see. He says, my two brothers got me a magic trick last week. One is alive and the other is married. Well, that'll work. We're gonna have here Timmy Vi. Timmy's also looking for a win on the YouTubes tonight. Good luck to you, Timmy. There we go. You are officially in the running for some goodness. Want to also bring these things up real quick. Eric Elmer asked about my banana water, which reminds me I need to go ahead and get this going. So I'm going to shake it up. Banana water is my thing. The brand that I like to enjoy is Banagua. It's called Banagua. And Eric was actually asking, who's your dealer? So in Las Vegas, which is where I live, we have a couple supermarkets that are affiliated with Kroger. We have Vons and Albertsons. I have found this at Vons, not at Albertsons. And we also have Smith's. Smith's, I don't remember who they're affiliated with globally, but Smith's is the other one I found this out. So tonight I'm drinking the OG banana water. So cheers to my friends on a Taco Tuesday. If you're enjoying some tacos, margaritas, chimichangas, I don't know, whatever it is. Cheers, my friends. All right, this is the good stuff. I really, really like this a lot. It's actually a nice surprise. I went yesterday to get some banana water at my local spot. They didn't have it. Wifey was running around town. She came back with the surprise. She found it somewhere else. So very happy to have this. That also reminds me to share something with you because I saw some friends congratulating me. I wanted to share this with you too. You know, from time to time, I also like to find a little bit of a little time to share some of the personal news with you. You know, we're all human beings at the end of the day, not just magicians. And I shared my journey with something in particular a little while ago. It's been a minute, right? This is what I started doing, and now this is where I'm at. 700 days today. That is where I'm at today. With the no alcohol. So obviously I'm still drinking water and banana water, but as far as alcohol goes, I have 700 days under my belt now, and that is where we're at. So I wanted to share that with you. I saw some people congratulate me with that, like Mr. Joe Berman. Appreciate that very much. Mr. Joe, also Doug James, give me the happy 700. So I wanted to say thank you for that as well. So that is something that I'm very, very proud of. And just part of my journey. You know, as I always say, these type of things are not meant to be like, well, if I'm doing it, you're bad. It's not that at all. I mention these things because it keeps me accountable to myself. It also just feels good to share news like that. You know, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. But truthfully, this is only my journey. You have your own journey. You have your own life. You have your own things. This is not me saying this is what you should do, but it's what I'm doing, and I wanted to share. So that's really it, okay? And I know some other friends that watch the show have actually jumped on board with this as well, and that is very, very cool to see that. I believe one of the friends that I saw, let me go ahead and get rid of this. I believe that one of the friends that I saw, find him real quick, said that they are on, I think, day like 200 and something. Let me see real quick. Someone else. Who was that? It was I thought I could find it real quick, but maybe not. But anyway, that's just what's going down in my world. Could have sworn I saw someone else say that they had done this too, but yep, it's all good. So there we go. So effing awesome. Keep it going. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Alex says, that's amazing. Luke, nice job. Thank you. Boom. Thank you very much, Eric. I thought it was you, Eric. That's why I was going to think of that. Thank you very much, Bill Reeder, as well, for the love. I have 8 years, no alcohol. It's a good thing for a lot of reasons. Well, congrats to you on the 8 years. That is a long, long time. And I think you are awesome for that, Mark. Luke gave up alcohol and went bananas. I did go bananas. That's right, man. It was you, Eric. 239 days. Congratulations as well to you. Mr. Eric Seibold.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
I didn't mean to hit that one. I meant to do this one.
Oh, yeah.
That one's for you, Eric. So Eric's 239 days. He's going for his first year, which is pretty cool. So there we go, friends. You know, like I always say, magic's what brings us together for these things, but we're human beings at the end of the day, and a lot of other things keep us together. You know what I mean? Tom Cracker looking for a win tonight. Mr. Cracker, always a pleasure. Got you up on the wheel, and good luck to you. All right, there we go. Speaking of some of the friends we have in the chat tonight, I did see my pal, Mr. Dan Sperry's joining us tonight. Always nice to see Dan taking time out to drop by and check us out. Wanted to bring this up, actually. He posted this in the All Things Magic private group. And I wanted to pose the question to you as well, because he posted this image of his stuff. So basically, Dan's question to the group. Thank you, Rich, by the way, for dropping a little thumbs up action over there. Was empty out your pockets, dump it all into the gig bag and repack at home, hotel, or do you repack at the gig? So the question is, when you're done performing, do you pack it all up there, kind of get it all organized, or do you just take everything, put it in a bag, walk out, and take care of that later? He was reading the Tim Conover books recently. Something similar. Eric describes how different pros packed up after gigs, and I found it very interesting, really interesting. What do you do? That's the question Dan Sperry was posting. He was saying here that he was just sitting down on the floor to repack his bag from a close-up gig last night, and was thinking about it again. Clearly, more on the unload and get the fuck out of there into the approach. There were a lot of you actually that joined in on the convo. Bill Cook says, I don't leave the venue until everything is packed. So he's someone that just has to know. I know some people say that because they don't want to leave anything there. So that's kind of a cool thing. Mike Hammer, another Vegas pro out here. Everything gets put back in its original place before I leave the venue. Getting home isn't the time I want to realize I left something behind. But people need to do what works best for their brain. I do want to say real quick, I did go see Mike Hammer a few days ago. I went to see him with my buddy Nick and our buddy Hank. And it was an amazing time. Got to see Mike. Spent probably 4 or 5 hours afterwards smoking cigars, having some pizza, and catching up with Mike. And I'm just saying all this because Mike is one of the hardest working magicians in Las Vegas. And if you haven't seen him before, highly recommended to check him out at the Four Queens down on Fremont Street. He is great at what he does, and don't miss him. Another Vegas performer, Farrell Dillon, right there, says, throw it all in, then repack carefully later, either in the hotel room or wherever, unless I'm given space and the opportunity to do it right after show with no one bothering me. So another piece of advice there about, how do we get out of gigs? Do we just throw stuff in? Do we go? Another person there. And be sure to check out Farrell Dillon and his show as well over at the Magician's Room, which is right in the Link Promenade. So the Link in Las Vegas is this like long stretch of restaurants and bars and venues like the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club. And Farrell's show is in that promenade, like the outdoorsy area where all the different stuff is at the Magician's Room. It's a new venue. So be sure to also check him out as well. Tommy Boy Magic says, I put everything in my bag, but I had silks in pockets. So there he goes. Just puts it all in there and worries about it later. Ken Dum says, bring it home, can do the repairs, resets, and unless you have a safe space, no one needs to see those items. Good point, too. A lot of things that we use, people shouldn't see, right? That's another good point there. A little bit of both. Some stuff I pack away and some stuff I carry out. Here we go. What else we got to say here? Jordan Berg, your client doesn't want to see you load. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. But yeah, maybe they don't want to see that action. And I think what Dan's saying too is, do you do it in the privacy after the show? Do you do it there, or do you just go home? Ideally with no one around. I reset everything as I pack up to leave the gig. So he resets everything as well. John resets everything. Okay. So there we go. All right. So there's just a few thoughts. I want to see if there's anyone else that had anything. Even if it's a smaller gig, I have to pack things up then and there. Otherwise, it won't fit in the cases. So Steve says that. Mark says, I'm in the repack on site camp. That way I know I haven't left anything behind and I know if something needs to be replenished. Ryan Schaefer, have fun myself doing this all the time. I'll throw stuff everywhere else and then I get home and I'm like, what is this mess? And then we have Matthew Miller. I'm 50-50. Things from my pocket go back in my case in their respective positions, but then anything that needs reset or replaced is done off-site. Okay, very good, very good. So there we go, John Hayes says, Luke, have you worked on a cruise ship? If so, every night, do you constantly have to change routines every night? John, I have not performed on cruise ships. It's certainly on a bucket list. I would love to get into some of that. But no, I don't have an answer for you there. I know that we do have people that are on here that are performers, different venues. And it would be nice to know from them if they do have to change their routines every night. My guess is no, but don't hold me to that. Because the cruise ship is booking you for a certain thing, and if you have to do another show, I think that's known going into it. But you do one main show, and then you might do a side show or something. Yeah. So there we go. All right. Any other things about that? No, I think we're good. All right. So there's just a few thoughts there. And thanks again to Dan Sperry for dropping that question in the group. That is always nice to see people helping each other out when it comes to how we kind of get to and fro where we're going, right? And thank you, Mike Welch, for dropping a thumbs up on tonight's show. Appreciate you very, very much. Appreciate that. If you haven't done that yet as well, don't forget to drop us a little thumbs up over there. It is appreciated, my friend. It's more than you know. So thank you very much. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you very much.
Pepsi Addict says, I mostly do kids' birthday parties, so everything from the dump box goes back into the main case right after the show. Since kids want to hound you and your case, I repack it all nice when I get home. I can see that. Everyone wants to talk to the magician afterwards. I get it. And thank you very much, Jeffrey Allen, for dropping a thumbs up out there. Appreciate you. Okay, so there we go. Some good thoughts. Also nice to see some of our All Things Magic friends out there performing. This is our buddy James Schoonover. He's performing in India right now. He's on his world travels, where he's always out and about doing stuff. And he was performing a version of Chicago Opener. He also did a version of, I think, Holy Moly by Jay Sankey. A couple clips from him out there around the world performing in action there. So that is a lot of fun to see him. And he also posts below that, soon to be working in Spectra. So that's nice to hear. Obviously, Chicago Opener is a plot that I'm a huge fan of. The new release Spectra. Nice to hear that that is making its way into people's routines now out there. And Brian Irwin in house. And hi, Luke. I made it. Good to see you, Brian. Hope you are well. Very much looking forward to the next time our paths cross and we get to hang out and chat Magic again.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
And that's to you as well for all of the goodness. I want to say thank you for opening up that door so we can now get to know each other better and make good things happen here in Las Vegas. So cheers to you, my friend, with the banana water. A little Banagua. So there we go. And speaking of Spectra, we also had our pal, who was that over here? Tartavart. I've been using Spectra nonstop, and people effing love it. I'm guessing that was a misspell because acne people can also enjoy it. But Tartavart's been using Spectra nonstop. So that's very nice to hear. Also, Mike Henkin says, holy Hectra, I got me a Spectra. Glad to hear it arrived safe and sound over there, Mr. Mike Hankins. And enjoy the coins. You're about to become a new coin ninja with that coin set over there. And thank you very much, Nick, also for the love on 700 days of no alcohol, right? It's kind of a cool deal. And we'll also get you on our prize wheel, Mr. Nick. All right. Also see the Dean in the house tonight. I want to give a shout out to George Schindler, the Dean. He is joining us tonight. Always a pleasure and an honor to see the Dean tuning in, excuse me, from our lounge. There he is. He is over there above Russell, over on the far side over there. There he is, the Dean. Good to see you, sir. Always a pleasure to see you. A true legend in the Magic world, and it is an honor to have him joining us tonight for the show. Alrighty. And also Jason. Let's get Jason Terendi up here as well. All right, Jason Terendi. Good luck to you, Jason, and thank you for joining us for another show. And also my buddy Jeffrey Allen. Always good to see Jeffrey in the house. Let's get you up there. Alrighty, Jeffrey Allen. And don't forget, friends, tonight's shuffle, because we're going to shuffle up the wheel now. The shuffle tonight is the Pharaoh Shuffle. Chosen by one of our viewers out there from last week. We are now doing the Pharaoh Shuffle for the wheel. And John Hayes, you are also on the wheel now. Just got you added over there. Good deal. Good deal. Alrighty. Thank you, Jason, also for dropping a little thumbs up action over there. Appreciate you very, very much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and jump into some of the Magic tonight. One of my favorite Magic creators, and probably one of yours too, and Steven Silva. I see you, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and add you up real quick. One of my favorite creators out there, and probably one of yours, because he's also just a really, really sweet guy, and just a lovely human being. Talking about Kyle Purnell. Kyle's also much, much taller than you probably realize if you haven't met him in person yet. And this is his brand new release called Stretch Deck. This is fun. It is visual. And as usual, with that Purnell touch, it's very clever. The way it works, it's practical. It can work with any deck that you have. And you should check out these visuals because this is too good not to show you. Just came out yesterday. So have a look if you haven't seen it yet. This is brand new stuff, excuse me, from the one and only Kyle Purnell. We will be right back.
It kind of like looks like it's stretching. That's great. Of course.
Dude, I want to stay here. I don't want to stay here.
Stretch Deck. Where do I even begin? You take any deck and you stretch it. It really is that simple. You take your deck of cards, you stretch it, and it looks absolutely bonkers. You start with a regular deck, and you end with a regular deck that you can continue to use for the rest of your routines. This clever handmade gimmick can be added or taken away from your deck at a moment's notice. This is perfect for close-up or strolling, and it's a fantastic visual opener. The illusion is so convincing, you might even fool yourself. Now, I know, it looks like something that can only be done on video, but I promise you this is designed to work in the real world. The deck is even examinable before and after the stretch. This gimmick probably isn't even what you're thinking. There's no elastics, there's no magnets, and it's so satisfying to do, it almost feels like it works itself. There is no complex sleight of hand. Magicians of any skill level can learn to do this in no time. Okay, it's time for a quick 5 questions about stretch deck. Question 1, is it easy to do? Yes, it is. Question 2, is there any difficult sleight of hand? No, there's not. Question 3, is the gimmick gonna last a long time? Absolutely. Question 4, can I use any deck? You can. Question 5, is this the best card trick ever? That's a bit of a stretch.
And there you have it, friends. That is Kyle Purnell, the friendly magician. It's someone actually said, what did he say here? Someone was saying, did he stretch himself? Yeah, is Kyle tall because he stretched himself? You have to ask him that the next time you see him. He's a tall man, very tall, very, very tall man. So there we go. That is brand new stuff there from Kyle. I've actually been playing around with this myself. I've got this actually go ahead and crack this open, taken it out and then checked it out. It's very, very clever. And I have to be honest with you, the way it works is not at all what I thought, which is cool. So there we go. That is brand new stuff there from Kyle. And as he mentioned, it can be done with any deck. So if you're not, if you don't just use like red deck of cards, oh, I can't do the trick now. Yes, you can, because it doesn't matter about that. But beautiful visuals there. And as it mentions, none of the elastic stuff, so nothing's going to break, like that. Look and see if there's any other details here that I want to make sure you don't. But I mean, he kind of shared it all in there, right? Definitely for the real world, not just for video. I think that's important. He did mention that, but it is important to note this is not just something that looks good on video. Nate says, I remember when he was working on this, and now I'm glad he released it. Yeah, it's very clever stuff. Very, very clever. And how are the angles? So this is definitely something that you want to be head on to people. They could be kind of like a half circle around you. As you do see, you are getting this really nice view from the side as well to show the deck once it is stretched out. So there you go. But kind of the way you're looking at it from here are the angles. You don't want anyone like directly behind you for a very specific reason. I'm not going to go too in detail on that, but people looking from the front, again, like a half circle is going to be your sweet spot. And again, you do get that part where you can kind of turn to the side and kind of show that the deck is, if it's stretched, you can give a little riffle there. So that's very cool. So there you go. Love Kyle's stuff. Easy to see why. Very easy to see why. It's very clever, right? Very clever methods. Some of the stuff I don't even know how he comes up with, like the light year, with all the cards with the little holes cut out, and it lines up to any number. It's crazy, right? Very, very crazy. But the cool thing about Kyle is, the methods are still within the grasp of us humans, mere mortals. We can still do this stuff too. So that is a new thing there from Kyle that I think you guys would definitely enjoy having a look at and checking out. So there you go. That's good stuff. Tarvark says, I was hoping you were going to sell this. Yes. Of course, if it's got Kyle's name on it, I'm in, unless it's just something that's just crazy and not Kyle Purnell-like. You know what I'm saying? It's a good one, Matthew. It's definitely a good one. So there we go. All right. I know how he comes up with it. He's a freaking genius. Well, I'll let him keep those secrets. I can neither confirm nor deny that, but I would more confirm it than deny it. That's for sure. So there we go. All right. Magic. Also, speaking of magic stuff, something else is back in stock. This is something, when I first told you about it, people were loving this because of how clever it is, because of just how low tech this is, which is always a cool thing. So let's jump over here real quick.
Oh, yeah!
So this is called Sharpie Imposter. I know that a lot of people were trying to get this when it was first presented here. Talked about this when it first came out. But as you see there, it is back in stock. This is the type of thing that you can have a cup. It's like a little container. Not a cup. It's like a container. You can kind of see it there, the black tube there. And you have these Sharpies inside. And you can turn away and have different people take out different markers. And just by them doing that, you know which one is the one that you want. Because one of them is actually red. It has a black cap. But on the inside, as you see over there, one of them is red. And it is very low tech. It's going to work every single time. And so now you can literally know which one is which. They also include a marker, a Sharpie, that even if you take the cap off, it looks black, but it writes red. So you could use that as well. But the main routine is you're able to kind of use it as a lie detector thing, right? I've got this thing of Sharpies. I'm going to have each one of you take it out. And you can do body language. You can read different people. I know a lot of people have done the classic Max Maven version with the balls, like the black ones, and there's like one white one or vice versa. Now you can do that with Sharpies in a very innocent way. The gimmick is self-contained. It's nothing that's going to you don't have to worry about it breaking on you. And it is something that is surefire and is very easy to carry as well. You just put everything in a little tube there. All the Sharpies fit in there and you're ready to do this. So there's also a full routine on the product page if you want to see this in action. It's a very, very clever method that I highly, highly recommend and will be using myself. So that's a Sharpie Imposter by John Morton. Again, the reason I'm telling you about this one is because for a while it's been gone, but now,
oh yeah,
it is back in stock. So there you go. This is a good one, and I'm very proud to bring it to you here. So there we go. Sharpie Imposter. There we go. If you want to check that out, there you go. All right. Luke, we'll be carrying the new one from Mark Mason, Pin Through Queen. I haven't seen that one yet, but yes, I'm sure we will. Mark Mason stuff is always great. He doesn't always make it available to all dealers, right away. But if it comes down our way, definitely get a hold of it for sure. Yeah. All right, Mike Welch, how you doing, friend? Nice to have you here with us. Let me get Mike Welch added to our prize wheel. Let me do that real quick. Mike Welch, congrats on joining the wheel over there. All righty. Speaking of Mark Mason, he's only selling coin effects now. Bummer. Is that true? I haven't heard that. That is the first I've heard that. Doesn't mean it's not true, but I have not heard anyone mention that. Let's get a couple more people here to our giveaway wheel. Eric Elmore, got to get you up here. Thank you for your support with those raffle tickets. Friends, if you want to join in on the fun with our weekly giveaway for our supporters, I'm going to drop in the raffle ticket link right now. Get you over here. There you go, friends. Is that in the chat? Also, since I'm talking about it, you might as well go ahead and jump on over here as well. These are the ways to enter our giveaway for our supporters. Supporters, you can donate a couple different ways. Number one, raffle tickets. The raffle ticket link is in the chat right now. You do get bonus entries when purchasing them directly from us at that link. $5 minimum super chat on YouTube. That is one entry. And also 500 stars minimum on Facebook is also one entry. Those are both worth $5 each. Grab your, let me just put the Facebook stars, grab your FB stars here. FB.com/stars. There we go. So there we go. Those are the ways to enter. Thank you, Steve Zelkian. And I'll go ahead and add you up over here since you're joining us while I'm popping up here. Steve Z. He's purchased a few different times already, so we'll go ahead and get you on there. Thank you, Mr. Steve Z, for the support. And again, for the great time last month. I was hanging out with you last month at this time, and very thankful to have met so many great people at that convention. It was such a fun time. So I have Steve Timken in the house, another great guy. Mr. Steve, let's get you on that wheel. All right, Steve Timken, good luck to you, good sir. All righty, there we go. All right, there we go. Let me see. Anyone else? Yep, a couple more people to add real quick. Sorry, friends. Trying my best to keep up. As you know, I am a one-man show, and I take a lot of pride in trying to keep up with what's going on, but it is hard sometimes. So thank you very much for the patience. We got to get Rohal and Thomas Thomas Ronda as well up on the wheel there. So you guys are officially in the running. Yes, his website only has coin gimmicks now. I met him, and he confirmed perhaps someone else will manufacture. That is crazy. And the first I've heard of that. Wow. All right. Well, hopefully that's not for. Hopefully his stuff continues to be produced, because Mark Mason's products in general are always very clever, even the ones he just produces for other people, right? Pepsi Added Gaming, I also have you up on the wheel as well. Nathan Field, looks like I've got him hung up over there, so give me just a sec. I'm going to go ahead and push this through. Sometimes things get hung up on the back end there, so let me just push this through with a quick alert. We'll do that real quick. And while I'm doing this real quick, let me know, friends, as well, what are you up to over there? Any gigs that you have coming up or that you've been doing? Any new tricks you've been working on, right? Any new pieces of magic you've been working on? We are not just here to talk about what I'm doing, what's going on. It's about you guys as well. So be sure to let me know as well what's going on with you. And we'll just push this through. There we go. All right, so that will work. Cool. David first says, got a bunch of raffles. Get yours now. That's right, friends. Grab those raffle tickets, and we'll get you added up to our giveaways. Just like Dwayne Winstead. I see Dwayne picking up some raffle tickets tonight. Thank you, Dwayne, for that support. You got a couple different entries here, so I'm going to get you added up over here. There we go. Thank you for that. Mr. Doug James and Mr. Wojo. So I'm going to get you guys added up here shortly, okay? Very, very good. All right. Check out some more of that magic news that's going on out there. One of the big things that's been going on over the last few days on the East Coast is Fectors, the 4F convention. It is one of the biggest things that close-up magicians have. It's like our thing, right? This is from Boris Wild. I'm sharing his because he had a lot of great pictures here to share, so I thought we'd scroll through these real quick. If you don't know, this is like an invitation-only type of convention. And if you are new, you do have to get up and perform in front of the group. I don't know if you have to do that for the first year, or the first, second, and third. I think you have to do it more than once. But this is him with Alexander Duvivier, who's currently this week at the Magic Castle. We just talked about her. There's Rudy Kobe, who just celebrated his birthday the other day. So happy late birthday to Rudy. Also, it was Tom Gagnon's his guest of honor. At the 4F convention, they were honoring Tom, which is very cool. Tom Gagnon. Also, Rocco hanging out over there with Boris Wild. Henry Evans, big fan of Henry Evans and his stuff. There's Jeff Williams, our pal. Had a great chat with him here, All Things Magic, not too long ago, and he's just great. John Bannon, another great face there at 4F. Joshua Masato, I'll just call him Mr. Masato, the man with the rings. He is the Ninja Ring Master, right? I'm not sure who this guy is. Morgan DeCaro. Pardon me for not knowing who he is. Got his Bachelor of Magic, though. Again, not sure who that is. There's the man of the hour, Mr. Tom, the guest of honor this year, honoring him. Very cool. There we go. He's got his really nice close-up pad. All right. This guy does some of the meanest spread work ever. He does this like spread pass on the table. It is insane. If you guys have never seen him, Tom he's a hidden gem. There's Boris in action, of course. There he is, Jimmy Ichiana. Got to see and work with Jimmy at the Gateway Close-Up Convention. Jimmy's fantastic. Not sure who this gentleman is, but he's performing a little act there in front of the group. There's good old Rudy doing some blockhead stuff there. I'm not sure who that is either. Can't tell who that is. Of course, Rocco. Not sure. Can't quite see who that is. Is that Shinpei? Can't really see who that is. I'm not really sure who that is either, but giddy up. All right. And there's a few of the guys hanging out. There's Scott Wills along with Ice McDonald, Stephen Bragazzi. I think that's Rick Merrill in the back there. Of course, Boris as well. There we go. And nice little dinner with some of the folks. I think that's Michelle Hua in the background there, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is Shinpei. Yeah, there's Shinpei as well. Ben Barnes was the gentleman sitting at the table. Thank you very much. Felice Ling. I don't know why I didn't look at the names earlier. We have it in the chat. Someone's letting me know that the lady that I was referring to, I'm going to pop out of here, is Joan, where did it go? Everyone. Joan Caesar, who runs the convention. So that's Joan Caesar. She's the one that runs. Okay, got it. Thank you for the heads up on that, Bruce. Thank you very much. All right. So it was Joan. Felice Ling again. And there's Boris. So we're back through all these again. And I guess this was Benjamin Barnes, I think is what he goes by, right? There we go. Oh, yeah, there's the name again. No, that doesn't have a name. All right. Benjamin Barnes. Yep, that is Benjamin Barnes. All right, cool. So there we go. Very good. Very good. So nice to see some 4F action. Randy Pitchford with Ricky. Oh, that's Randy Pitchford. Damn, I didn't recognize him there. Okay. Very cool. Thank you for the heads up on that. Thank you, friends. All right. All right. So that is cool. A little 4F action. Also, I found this. This isn't really newsworthy, but some of you enjoy stuff like this, and it's magic related, sort of. I found these in my feed from Mason and Fitch. It's a King of Spades plush pillow, but it's kind of neat because it has some little 3D, stuff going on there with it. So if you're into that kind of stuff, check them out. I'm sure they have other ones. That's just the one that popped up in my feed, and I saved that so that you guys could see it. A nice addition to the magic room, maybe. So there you go. That is something else I found for you out there in the magic world. All right. So I have more magic news to bring you as well. We'll get back to more of that here very, very soon. Trying to keep the show moving and grooving real quick. We do have a couple more people I need to add to our giveaways, like Mr. Doug James. Picking up a few entries tonight. Thank you, Mr. Doug, for the support. I'll get your entries in right here. There we go. Also, I think someone just purchased that. Yep. All right. So we got that. And we also have Mr. Wojo. All right. Let's get you Wojo, Mr. Wojo. All right. Picking up a few entries on our raffle tickets tonight. Thank you for that support very, very much. All right. And there are a few more people I need to add as well. So we'll get back to that. All right. We'll get back to that. All righty. Cool. It is 6:20 on my side. And thank you, Brian Jackson, for the like on tonight's show. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate you. Mucho, mucho. All righty. So I think what we'll go ahead and do is I have because I'm going to save this for afterwards as well. Actually, I'll show you this real quick. This is kind of a neat thing on the magic side. I saw this and I'm like, well, this makes a lot of sense because coming up very, very soon is the soccer stuff here in the States, right? And I know this one won't be for everybody, but when I saw this, I'm like, damn, this is probably worth noting to our friends. This is called Magic Soccer. And I've got the video queued up here showing this. I think it has me on the screen with it. There we go. Soccer Magic. Check this out real quick. It's basically a updated version of the die box, right? The little sucker trick, but you do it with it looks like a soccer field and a soccer ball, and you do the whole thing where, oh, it disappeared. Oh, look, it's gone now. And oh, no, it's back over here. But it's got a really nice little kicker ending here as well. So at the end, obviously, oh, look, it disappeared. No, it's over here. You kind of play it up, whatever. Then you get the sucker moment where you put it back in and you do it. And now you can show, oh, where is it? Oh, it's not there. It must be on the other side. Oh, look. And now you can show both of them empty at the same time. So it's gone. The little ball appears elsewhere, wherever you want. He's going to go, obviously, for the hat. And then afterwards, this is the nice moment that I think some of you might enjoy, is at the end, when you put it back in and you drop it through now, it turns into a real little soccer ball. So that's cool, right? I guess it's called Soccer Magic or Magic Soccer. And I forget what it is. Is it the... I forget what the soccer thing is. There's a huge thing coming to the States soon. So I'll just put this in the chat. Magic Soccer. There we go. I'll put this in the chat. So there you go. It's a neat little piece of magic. And very, very timely, with the whole soccer stuff going on. I'm going to look that up real quick because it was actually in the description of the product. Where is this? Is it the World Cup? Yeah, the Soccer World Cup. This year is the Soccer World Cup. So if you are booked for an event and, maybe there's some soccer going on now, you got a little piece to bring with you. So it's called Magic Soccer. Okay, so there you go. I saw that and I'm like, man, I might actually find a place for people out there because it's easy, it's small, got a little kicker ending, a little audience involvement. So There you go. You had the World Cup. Thank you, Ellis Cohen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there you go. Alrighty. And you know how interactive the old die box is, right? When you're going back and forth, or even stuff like the old Hippity Hop Rap. It's like all that kind of stuff for like a younger audience or a family audience. It just plays well. You know what I mean? So there you go. Alrighty. Also, I've seen this mentioned a couple times in the chat. I want to mention this just real quick as well. I have this saved up and I was going to share it with you. Wanted to bring this to your attention real quick. This is from our friend David First. He wanted to let our folks know that Gustavo Raleigh will be lecturing tomorrow at 7 p.m. Location is 63 Bradhurst Avenue in Hawthorne, New York. So if you're in that area, tickets are $40 in advance, $45 day of. That's the address you can pay by Venmo, or you pay cash at the door. And I believe he's actually offering free lecture notes to everyone that attends. So if you do show up and you go for the lecture, everyone there receives a set of lecture notes. And I don't know if David mentioned that or not in the chat. Yes, free lecture notes to all the attendees. There you go. Gustavo's a great guy, very creative stuff. And I like this. Yeah, the kicker ending, yeah, to the soccer trick. That's funny, right? So check that out if you're in the New York area. Gustavo Raleigh, just off of, I think he was at Factors, if I'm not mistaken. So be sure to check that out. Thank you, Justin, for dropping a thumbs up on tonight's show. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in the rest of the raffle tickets from you guys that are purchasing those behind the scenes. We'll do a giveaway for you and another free giveaway after this. We're going to do our throwback video right now. This is something that I've had a chance to see live from the one and only David Copperfield. David did this at his museum when he does the tours. He's got a room that includes the Robert Houdin, the orange, the amazing orange, blooming orange illusion, the trick. He's got one of the originals. And this is it being performed by Paul Daniels. And if you've never seen this before, it's just a nice throwback to one of the original, you gotta think about technology. It wasn't all like it is now back then. So when Houdin was presenting this, it was a marvel. It was crazy. So have a look at this being performed again by Paul Daniels. And yeah, we'll be back to bring you more magic and news and giveaways after this. So stay tuned, my friends. We will be right back.
Flashing in the light here. Could you just hold that ring up? That's very beautiful indeed, isn't it? Can we get a possible close-up on the camera on that? Now, I'll just hold this in. Now, that is what I call a fair old rock. All right? Yes. And is it a glass or a zircon or what?
No, it's a diamond.
Oh, it is a diamond. Oh, that's awfully nice, isn't it? What an awfully nice diamond. This could be on the way to someone else's house tonight. Right, now. And what would you say a little tinselitis like that was worth?
About £300,000.
Hi, ya. This is no mere chance, because this lady is called Caroline. She's sitting here with a man called Michael, who is security for Caroline, but I'm going to take her away from him for a little while, and he's going to sit very worried. She is from Cartier, and that is why we know the ring is genuine, and it's the only one like that in the world. Please take a walk with me into the past. Well, we're in the drawing room, which was very reminiscent, actually, of the stage set of Robert Houdin, this great French magician, who would borrow a finger ring each evening, sometimes, perhaps, worth possibly as much as this. It's not yours, is it? And Michael, still sitting in the audience, is charged with the security of the ring. Please place it into the center of the handkerchief. Now, there it resides. You can see it. Yes? Actually, if I do this, you can feel it. Yes? There is no possible chance that that can be got out of that little bundle. No? I'm doing this all at fingertips so that you can see it. Now, we do not have a wall safe for you, madam. I'm awfully sorry. I'm going to place it into a jewelry casket, a compartment which is made of glass. We shall place it in the center, and we shall just do this. And now, while it's sitting there, I want you to look at this. This is a pistol. And this pistol will be fired by cocking it like so, and then it will be fired. Now, if I do that, all right, it's now safe. Hold it. You are holding a piece of magical history. Over here is some other piece of magical history. If I can just move this, I need to be behind it to do it properly. This is a gavel. What to my bid, ladies and gentlemen, for this beautiful ring? Do I hear 2 shillings and 6pence? Yes? Pardon? Didn't you read the small print in the contract? We can sell it for whatever we want? No? Oh, all right then. I'd best explain what the pistol was used for. In days of yore, this would be used for firing a watch, bracelet, small piece of jewelry into the air, where it would be smashed to smithereens. But of course, it would only disappear. To place it in there is our next charge. What we do is we just take this from here. There's the ring, and we put it inside here, and it won't go. So, all we do is we flatten it. A gentleman in the audience has gone quite white, and we just, don't worry, dear boy, and we do that. Now, you hold that because it's your ring. Keep it there while I introduce to you the piece of recreated, beautiful mechanism that John Gone has made. This is known as the orange tree. It's brought on by the ever-lovely Debbie, wearing a beautiful dress. Gorgeous you look tonight. And this tree, known as the orange tree, was one of the great mysteries of its day. All you have to do is you have to point the pistol yourself. I'll just cock it for you, madam, like that. And you fire the gun, therefore taking all blame for the 300,000 pounds of ring. Point at the tree and shoot. For a small gun, it makes a loud noise. And now the tree. I want to tell you about the tree. Normally, it would now start to work. But I wanted to show you that this is clockwork, and it is. And all you do is you wind it up. It's a beautiful thing, this. This is Brazilian rosewood, which was collected by John actually from Brazil and brought back. The velvet on the sides is antique, and it comes from Belgium, antique velvet. And all the brassware around was made by the company who might well indeed have made it for Robert Houdin himself. It's such a beautiful piece. And if you watch the tree very carefully, you should see somewhere on it little flowers start to appear. And you can see there's one just coming here. Orange blossom appears there. Here is another one. Up here is another one. This mechanical marvel would create orange blossom. And then, as the audience watched in those days of old, the leaves would start to move, and oranges would appear on the orange tree. One of the most beautiful pieces of magic ever made. Absolutely gorgeous. And now, possibly worth more than the ring. So, if you would accept this, still a quiver. For those who think that perhaps it was all mechanical, can I just take these off and show you something? The oranges were real, and they would be passed around the audience. In fact, just before this one goes, for the viewers at home, can I just show you that they really are real oranges? And if you'd hand those out, Debbie, to the various people around. Can I just have... Oh, you haven't got a cloth. Never mind. Sorry, it's okay. I just didn't want anybody to cut themselves with that. It's very sharp. Now, the next thing that would happen on the tree is, oh, the top orange, which was not real, would open. 2 butterflies would rise into the air, bringing with them the handkerchief, and also bringing with them a ring. Caroline, would you just come to where I'm standing? And over here, can I just show you, there is a ring attached here. Would you say that that was the ring from Cartier?
Yes.
Yes? It is indeed. And if we just remove that at fingertips and give it back to you, with grateful thanks to your company and to you for coming here this evening, and also to Michael, to Jean Gaunt, to Robert Houdin for the imagination. Thank you very much indeed.
All right, my friends. It's always great to see a true classic of magic being performed. And I know that footage is a little dated, but that trick is very, very old. And again, it was quite cool to on one of the museum tours for David Copperfield to see it performed. And he had this little area set up with some chairs, and we all sat down, and he did it, and it was just crazy to see it done. Not just to see a classic like that performed, but to see him do it. It's kind of a cool moment. So anyway, that is a little bit of throwback we like to do each week. You know, we get so involved in all the new stuff out there, but we can't forget about the magicians that have come before and the magic that's come before, because without all that, we wouldn't be doing any of the stuff that we're doing. You know that. So speaking of Copperfield, I did want to show you a couple things real quick. As we know, his run at the MGM is coming to a close very, very soon. And this is the man behind the magic, Chris Kenner. He posted this last week, and I was chatting with Chris last week about. I sent him a couple messages last week about the last week, and hopefully he's soaking it all up. You know, they've been doing the MGM thing for 25 years. This is a view of the theater most people will never see, right? This is from up above, looking down on the show. This was from last week. I think there's two days left. I don't even know if the 30th is a day you can actually buy tickets for. So by the end of this week, there will be no more David Copperfield performing at the MGM. So yeah, this is a closer look now again at the theater, kind of looking down from the box up there. You can see the spike, all the different areas that got spiked with the tape on the stage, different tables and booths. And I can just look through there and just remember some of the shows I've gone to over the years. And great memories, you know. And it's crazy how 25 years can just fly by. I've only been to Vegas for 20, but still, just seeing all this kind of come to an end is wild and bittersweet, very, very bittersweet. So I don't even know if there are still tickets available, but this is MGM Grand. It's the last week and the last time I'll ever be able to tell you about seeing David Copperfield over at the MGM. So you may or may not be able to see him for the next day or so. Be sure to check that out. Let's see what they have available here. I don't even know. Let's just see. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's it. So the last show for the public is 9:30 on Thursday. So that's it. That is that. So yeah, pretty bittersweet again to see all that coming to an end. So yeah, but again, what a great view here from that. So also, Mike says there's a great interview with Chris where he addresses rumors and talks about what's next. The Magicians Podcast Network on Spotify. So there you go. Yeah, I did see that he sat down with them to talk about all of the stuff. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? See it all coming to an end. You know, it's the end of an era for sure. So yeah, it's a tough one. Let's go ahead and jump into a giveaway for a few different people here. We've got our supporters and we have our free giveaways. Let me just refresh our raffle ticket entries. Go ahead and do that. Let's see here. Looks like we're all caught up. And a special thank you to all of our supporters out there. It goes without being said, but obviously we are a magic shop, as well as bringing you live streams each week, a Facebook group, community, and all that. But I do want to say that your support does help to keep us moving and grooving with your donations with the shows. And that's why we give back with our giveaways each week, because we want to say thank you. And your support helps. The live streams I do are not free. The technology involved costs money. I'm also running the Zoom room for our friends. It's a free resource for people to use. So those little donations help different areas of our business be able to survive out there. So thank you for that. All right, so let's go ahead and do our first giveaway for our. I want to give a shout out to some of these people here, and I have mixed you up tonight, not just all in one spot altogether, like Eric Seibel, Tommy Schnepp. Let's do this the right way. There we go. Mark Coleman, Joe Berman, Jack Fry, Nate Heater, Lou Inton, Doug James, Mr. Wojo, Mark Coleman, Black Bear Magic, Nate Heater, Jack Fry, John Gardner, Brian Jackson, Wojo, Sammy Hawks, Tim Miller, oops, We'll do this one. Joe Berman, Joe. Gary Edwards, got Ryan Garber, David Ducharme, Eric Elmore, David First. We got Brian Cornwall. We got Ryan Garber, Eric Elmore, Steve Zelke out there, Doug James, Dwayne Winstead, Eric Seibel, Dwayne Winstead, and Sean Watson out. So definitely did my best to mix things up tonight. We also have a $20 super chat coming in from Blake over on YouTube. Thank you so much for the super chat, Blake. We're going to add you up here. You're going to get 4 entries. So one entry equals $5. So Blake, 5284 on YouTube. That just came in right now. So shout out to Blake over on our YouTube channel. 2. We'll spread them out here. Thanks. Appreciate that. All right. Let me make sure there was no one else. Yep. All right. We are good. We are golden. All right, friends. So let's go ahead and do this right now for you. Here we go. Let me come here and here we go. Let's go. Okay. All right, let's spin this slot machine up and see who's going to win. Here we go. Do it to it, everybody. Here we go. And the first person tonight is Mr. Mark Coleman. Congratulations to Mr. Mark. Of course, Mark now has a choice to make, and we're going to figure out what that is right now. Alrighty, so Mark has a decision to make right now because last week we played this game and our winner ended up doing the big spin bonus, which means that they won 2 prizes for the price of 1 because he decided to press his luck. Now, here's the deal. If you're here for the first time, our winner has won a prize. However, it's about $20, right? If he decides to press his luck, the prizes on that wheel are over $100, and there's some that are close to it. But there's also these whammies. And if it lands on a whammy, then there is no prize for that spin. You'd lose everything. So unfortunately, that happens sometimes, but it is a 50-50 split. Half of these are whammies, half of them are prizes. So we're going to see what our friend Mark would like to do. So we're going to throw up the countdown timer now. I know people have to come and go as the show goes on. I don't expect everyone to be able to sit all the way through the shows. But if Mark Coleman is still around and wants to let us know, we'll be happy to do whatever it is that he says. And it looks like he has spoken. So let me go ahead and get rid of this real quick. And Mark says he wants to press it. So that's exactly what we're about to do. So Mark, here we go. All right, everybody, we are back with the All Things Magic bonus wheel. As you can see, as I mentioned just a moment ago, there are some of those whammies. We want to keep those whammies away because if it does land on one of those, unfortunately, the prizes vanish, just like that vanished right there. We do have some great stuff for you, such as the Rebel Wallet, $125 wallet. We've got 2 pieces all in Zeus color changing card, a Wayne Dobson piece, and a really fun color changing card. Those are worth about $80 together. Smart Rider, I think it's like $50-$60. Illumination by Luke Germain is $100. Wizard Wand Fireball Shooters, $80. We got a $50 store credit. Spin Pad Game Night, $60-$70 on its own. Index Pro is about $50. Siri X Pro is $60. And the Prophecy Prediction System is $80. So lots and lots of stuff on here. And of course, you'll see it coming around right now. The blue, or it's like a purple, right there is the big spin bonus, which means that we get to double dip on keeping the first prize and going to another wheel full of prizes and no whammies. So let's mix it up again. Tonight's shuffle is the Pharaoh Shuffle. You guys said it. Let me know what next week's shuffle should be in the chat. Let me know what shuffle we should do next week. But tonight it is the Pharaoh Shuffle. So here we go. Good luck. All right, Mark Coleman, here we go, friend. Good luck to you, and thank you for supporting us with those raffle tickets out there, or super chats, or stars, whatever you did. Appreciate you, friend. No. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I know that's the game we play. So you win some, you lose some, and tonight, well, we're not done just yet. So for this wheel, though, we will go ahead and remove one of the whammies. That's what we do when we hit one. We get rid of one. So watch the very top whammy, the very, very top one above the store credit. We'll do that right now. It's gone. Out of the way. No mas. They're gone. However, Mark, you do stay on our slot machine wheel. You do stay on that, and I'll refresh that. And also, if you're just getting here, type in the word win in the chat, and we'll get you added to our free prize wheel as well. There's lots of winning around here. But Mark, you will stay on this, okay, for the big giveaway coming up at the end of tonight's show, okay? So, yeah, I know. It happens. It's kind of the chance you take, you know? But as Mark says, hey, man, I'm just glad to be here. Well, Mark, that means a lot. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being one of our friends out there that watch the show. Thank you. Alrighty. So let me come back over here real quick. And there we go. All right. So I got some more news to share with you over here. We're just talking about David Copperfield, another magic act. This duo have been around Vegas for a very long time, and they've been together as a duo for 50 years, which is insane. You know who I'm talking about, Penn and Teller. They're actually about to start doing some tours coming up through this summer. Wanted to share some of this stuff with you. They're going to be over in Florida this month. They're actually there right now. They're going to Atlantic City, Toronto, and California. Well, I've gone ahead and pulled up their website here. All these dates going through from April through the summer, all the way through the end of the year. And they're actually going to be heading over to the United Kingdom, over to the UK as well. So it looks like July, and then there's a skip, kind of a gap. I think they're going to be filming Fullest in the summer, so they need to be here for that. And then back in September, they're heading off to the UK. It's going to be going overseas. If you want to check out any of these dates, head over to the Penn and Teller website and just click on the tour dates at the top there. But they are going to be out there for a minute performance. So yeah, they're going to be in Canada coming up starting in June as well. So Atlantic City run. This is all part of their 50 Years of Magic celebration, you know, which is really cool that they've been able to do that together as a duo. Because you guys know a lot of bands, a lot of people that work together, they don't work out sometimes. So it's nice to see them still together after all these years. All right. And there's something else I wanted to share with you. Obviously, if you've been living under a rock, you know, there's been all sorts of craziness around this guy. Oz Perlman. He is coming to Vegas for one night only, and that is coming up very, very soon. Oz Perlman is going to be at the Encore Theater May the 2nd at 7:30, right here in Las Vegas, right? And, you know, he was just at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and obviously there was a whole shenanigans that went with that. But, yeah, he's going to be here again at the Encore Theater. This is coming up, one night only. And here is the promo here for Oz Perlman and his show. So check it out. Wait, where's the audio?
People's minds is Oz Perlman.
Hold on.
Perlman. For mentalists, Oz Perlman.
The mentalist on people's minds is Oz Perlman.
How did you get that?
Who are you thinking of at this very moment in time? Who are you going to talk to this week?
Vince.
Vince.
Yes.
Open your hand up.
No.
Oh my God!
Look in your hands, Aaron.
Albert Einstein.
Okay, that I can't even host the show anymore.
That's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Who is she?
It's Oprah Winfrey. Say hello to Miss Oprah. Whoa.
Oh my God!
So there you go. Oz Perlman at the Win Las Vegas. Pretty crazy stuff, right? So if you're around and you want to see some mind-reading good stuff, be sure to check it out. All right. So there we go. Also wanted to share this little clip from him on TMZ. He was performing at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, as I mentioned, and he was right in the middle of all the action when this stuff happened. This is just a real quick chat with him. I don't think we'll have to watch the whole thing, but I thought you might want to at least hear some of his thoughts on being in the middle of all that. So.
For the president, the press secretary, and the first lady, it's kind of like a pivotal moment in the trick where you're just about to do the reveal of like, wow, and we hear commotion. And, in the room, when there's commotion of that sort, you tend to think, we've been on a lot of events, is this a medical emergency? Is somebody having a heart attack? Because you heard a noise. It wasn't gunshots. I wasn't sure it was a tray. We're also higher than everyone, so we have a very good vantage point versus the thousands of people in the room. And I see everyone swarming one table. And I'm looking and trying to understand, and then you see people getting down. And I personally thought, like before I went down, I didn't hear any shots or see what looked like a shooter. I thought there was about to be a bomb. They rush across to get POTUS, and the president gets like taken down by Secret Service, and we don't know what's going on. And he came down. You can look at the video, I don't know the distance, but less than a foot away from me. I'll never forget the image for my whole life, because I'm on all fours, turned like this. They bring the president down directly in front of me, and we just look at each other for about 2 seconds. And my mind, obviously, this is like a huge adrenaline, just like, oh no, are we about to die? I thought it was about to explode. I thought that was really my instinct. Then I heard what sounded like I thought were shots. So at that point, my mind shifted. I also wasn't sure if he was hurt, because his face was not, it wasn't, like, he went down really hard. The Secret Service, it's not, I thought in the movies, I don't know if they take you down easy. It was a tackle. Like, it was NFL, and that would hurt anyone. I don't care what age you are. So when we were looking at each other, he was just looking, but the expression in his face didn't show whether there was pain or what was going on. And then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, it's like, oh, it's seared in my brain. They pick him up kind of, and they go out, and then we're on all fours. And I see Courtney, and I see 1 or 2 of the other people that are at the dais, and we're like, are they shooting? Like, we don't know what's going on. So I don't want to get up. So we army crawl. She went first, and the rest of us army crawl out because we didn't want to stand up, because I don't want to get hit. I thought there might be somebody still shooting.
So yeah, that's a pretty wild situation. Obviously, the photo op that happened because of all this, was like literally showing O's right there when all this was going down. It was just crazy, right? So crazy to see an entertainer from one of us in a situation like that. So yeah, pretty wild to see that. So anyway, O's is coming to Vegas for one night only, and he is definitely everywhere. He's all over the NFL. He's been all over the Golf Channel for the Masters tournament. The guy. He's the it guy right now, and good for him. So yeah, that's pretty wild to see him coming to Vegas as well, playing over at the Wynn. So there you go. That's crazy stuff. Alrighty, that is that. And then also there was one other trick that I wanted to show you. I'm a huge fan of taking something that is familiar and making it new and different. And this magician is someone I remember watching as a young magician. I had I think these were like L&L series tapes. And he just always seemed like the gentleman of magic. One of them. There's a lot of good guys. This guy, Mark Leverage, he was performing a lot of different stuff on his L&L, and I have the VHS tape still at home. And this is one of the standout effects from that series, and now Card Shark has produced it. The footage you're about to see is old school, and I love it. It has got old David sitting next to him, and he's doing this to the group. But this is his version, kind of like of the 3-card Monty type thing, or the the 3-shell game, more specifically, but done with dice and some really clever stuff going on here that I don't want to spoil for you. So enjoy this. Look, Mark Leverage performing this, and yeah, we'll be back. This is like the last magic piece of the night, and then we'll be starting to do our giveaways and wrapping up for the night. So check this out. This is Mark Leverage.
Now, if you've seen magicians before, as I know you have, you may have seen them do something that they call the walnut shell and pea game. And it normally uses 3 walnut shells and a little sponge pea. Well, this is a slightly different version. This is my version. This is the I couldn't afford the walnuts version of the walnut shell and pea trick. And instead of using walnut shells, it uses 3 matchbox drawers and a little white die. But the idea is basically the same. The die is placed under the box. The 3 boxes are mixed up. And basically, you have to follow where the white die goes. Well, a mix-up in slow motion might look a bit like this. Just a simple exchange of 2 of the boxes. I've done at this speed. It's pretty obvious where the white die is. It's over here. Yes, of course. However, if you were to start getting gamble happy and you wanted to put some money on it, I'd place this under here, and as you placed your money down, I'd do it slightly differently. I'd move 2 boxes at the same time, trying to confuse you. Well, if you're watching it carefully, you should realize that it should be under the center one. But the strange thing is, it isn't under the center one, it's actually under this one. And you look at it and you think, I thought I was following that. I'll give it another go. I've lost some money. I don't care. I'm rich enough. So the dice goes back under the box again. You put down some more money. This time I would move them in a different sequence again, trying to confuse you. Well, if you're watching carefully, you should realize it should be over here. No, I'm afraid not. It's not over there. It's back over here again. Odd, isn't it? I'll let you into a little secret, actually. I don't normally do this, but we're all friends here today. And that is that this is not a normal dice. It does things other dice can't do, and this is how the whole thing works. And so if I place it onto the back of that box and cover it with this one, and we do that, straight away it goes through the back of that box and underneath. In fact, if I take the dice and put it away completely, we can take this one stage further. I'm just going to stack the boxes one on top of the other, like this. All I have to do now is to remove the dice invisibly. You will have to trust me. No chance of that, then. Place it on the top of there, and it goes down through that box, and oh, look, onto the back of that box. Now, some people say to me, sorry, I've worked this out now. You're using more than one dice. Would I do that? Well, actually, yes, I would if I could get away with it. Yes, the extra dice I'm using is that green one there, that green one there, and that green one there. And of course, those 3 red ones there.
I love the ending. I'm a huge fan ever since a kid. Big fan of kicker endings. You know, Derek Dingle was a master of kicker endings. He loved them. And everything with this is self-contained, right? So you could do the routine, and then at the end you get the kickers, you get the whole thing, and it's very easy to do. And yeah, that's Wild Dice by Mark Leverage. If you're a fan of those type of routines, where it's, you know, kind of like the 3-card Monty theme or the 3-shell game theme, where you're hiding something, mixing around, and you don't have to worry about getting things in, you know, for the final, right? The surprise ending. I think you really have fun with this. It's a nice little showpiece. You just have to have these little matchboxes, and you just put them on the table and do your thing, and ta-da! So there you go. Lewin says this is a great trade. It really is, you know. And the fact that it's so easy to do, and that the boxes kind of hide all the stuff for you, is just the icing on the cake. So yeah, this is really, really fun. So that is called Wild Dice by Mark Leverage, right about there. So and Lou says he got it last year. Yeah, this is something that I tend to find stuff as I dig a little deeper sometimes, stuff that's been out for a little while. Yeah, so this is really fun. I really dig this one a lot. For Wild Dice. Just do the link in the chat for you if you are interested in that one. And as a friendly reminder, you know, if you visit us at allthingsmagic.com, we only supply you with good quality magic. You know, not going to point names or anybody or anywhere else, but you know, a lot of magic shops that you might come across, it's all the same stuff, right? When the new thing is listed, it's just automated and all goes out. We don't do that. I don't do that. And I've promised you since day one of opening the doors of All Things Magic, I would not do that. I still curate every product that we put up on our website. It is hand touched by me. If it's good, it's good. It goes through us. If it's not good, you can get it somewhere else. Or if you're curious about something and you want to know if it's good and we just don't have it, you can always reach out to us. You're more than welcome to reach out to us, but we do not sell or promote stuff just to get a quick buck. Because if we lose your trust by the quality of a piece of magic, then that ruins the whole experience. and I'm just not in what, and I'm not doing what I do to do that to you. So just throwing it out there. If you are new to us, feel free to check us out, allthingsmagic.com. Okay. So there you go. And again, a lot of people are getting Spectra. You know, Spectra's been my baby for a while, and I'm very happy. The response, it's been quite a surreal experience to even have it out, because it's been so much time that's gone into it. So anyway, enough said. So if you haven't checked that out, if you're a fan of the Chicago opener, but you want to do it with any color that someone names, there you go. That is Spectra. And it's not a trick deck. You can use your own deck before and after to do other tricks. So there you go. And good to see you, Daniel Ricks. Hope you are doing well. Much love, Stylings of Daniel. So yeah, that is that. So yeah. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna do a quick peek behind the scenes. I think we're all caught up on our raffle tickets and all the other goodness. Because we're getting close to the top of the hour here. There we go. We are caught up on those, and we are caught up on the stars in Super Chats. Yes, we are. Okay. Excuse me. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and knock out the free prize wheel first. Go ahead and do that one. Mr. Wojo says, hey, if you want great magic tricks and you go elsewhere, it's a roll of the dice. Yeah, you just never know, right? You just never know. As far as the wild dice goes, what's the slight level? It's very easy to do, Bill. The trick I just showed you with the dice, it's a very, very easy trick to do. I don't know if that was mentioned on the ad copy or not, but it is certainly within the grasp of all of our friends out there. Yeah, because it is self-contained, as it says right there, which is really neat. So, yeah, there's really nothing difficult about it. And that's the fun part, right? It looks like you're doing all this crazy stuff, but you're not. You get all the love for not really having to do a whole lot of work, which is cool. So there we go. Alrighty. Let's see, let's come back over here. Okay. Steve Tipkin, 6 stars. Well, thank you, Steve. How did I miss that? Let me come back over here. So that's weird because they're not showing up, but I'll trust you because I see Brian Jackson. These are all from our FB. See Brian Jackson, Steve Z, John Gardner, and another dono from Steve Z. But I don't have anything on there from you, Mr. Timken. It's the only reason I didn't have it on there. And Super Chats, we had Wojo and Blake. Those were the people on Super Chats tonight. But yeah, I don't see any stars from you. But you are a pal, so there's no reason you would be fibbing to me. I get that. Brian Irwin, hey, Spectre going to my set next week. Hey, Brian. Well, that means a lot. Hope you're enjoying it. As always, if you have any questions about it or whatever, be sure to let me know. And don't miss out on those bonus handlings as well. That's definitely some of my favorite ways to do it as well. Okay. Mark Coleman, hey, it's nice shopping at a store that has tricks that won't immediately go in the drawer. And I know not every trick is going to be for everybody. I get that, for sure. But we definitely do our best to bring you quality stuff that you're actually going to use. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and add Steve real quick over here while I'm yapping. Steve Timken. Okay, Steve, there you go. Sorry about that. Hey, well, thanks for the stars there, Steve. Yeah, I was checking. Didn't quite see you there, so now we definitely got you on there. Alrighty, so here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump back here, and let's do this. Here we go. Let us do a shuffle. Again, tonight's shuffle is the Pharaoh Shuffle. I believe I saw some people recommending earlier next week's shuffle should be the Slop Shuffle. So we'll do that. Let's mix it up, and good luck. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And it's the Dean. Look at that. George Schindler pulling in a win tonight. It is the one and only George Schindler picking up the win. I love to see that.
Congratulations!
Alrighty. We got to get the Dean dropping us an email right there. info@allthingsmagic.com. All right, friends. Let's give it up to the Dean. Let's give it up to George Schindler. That is awesome to see him joining us tonight. He's a regular around here. I'm very thankful and humbled by that. And it's great to see you showing up there on the wheel as one of our winners tonight. So congratulations to Mr. Schindler. There we go. Yes, that's right, friends. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So let's give him one of these too. Let's give the Dean the love.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
There we go. All right. There we go. Good times. Good times. I think that's the first time for him. So that's awesome stuff, right? That's cool. Very, very cool. So there is that. And then before we go into the last giveaway, I just wanted to confirm this. I'm just going to look at my phone real quick. Next Tuesday, I do have a performance next Tuesday. I just confirmed that. So it is after the show ends. So we may or may not do a show next Tuesday. Maybe next Thursday and 6. I'm also gigging on Wednesday. So that still doesn't matter. But it looks like I'm currently available on the Thursday. So we might do a Thirsty Thursday show next week. Or I might start the show and make it shorter on Tuesday. Probably just going to do it next Thursday. So just giving you a heads up. Keep an eye on your emails, though. We will be sending out notifications about what's going on. But it's a good problem to have. I am performing next week. So that probably going to be a conflict. So yeah, just throwing that out there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump back over here. But I do like to try to keep a show, for you during the week. So probably try to drop one in. It'll be on Thursday. Probably be a good day for it. All right, with all that said, here we go. And thank you again, friends, for the support. I mentioned all the good stuff earlier about how much it's appreciated, but also how far it goes. I want to say that how far it goes. So yeah, very much appreciated. So. Let's go ahead and see who the big winner is going to be tonight. So I think I have a little bit of a, do I have a drum roll? Did I ever find one of those? Let me see. Do I have a drum roll? Sound? I need to get one of those. I know I have this. So all right, let's go ahead and do it to it. Here we go. Here we go, friends. Here we go. Spinning up the slot machine, looking for a winner, and the winner tonight is Sammy. All right, Sammy Hoxa, my buddy from Las Vegas. He's going to pick up a $150 magic bundle of magic. And the reason I say a magic bundle is because Sammy gets to decide on the type of magic that he's going to win. He's more of a card magician, likes the card tricks coming his way. If he likes more of like coin magic, money magic, that kind of stuff, it's all money magic. Mentalism, just general close-up, it'll be a hodgepodge of stuff. And that is coming his way, courtesy of our giveaway tonight. So we're going to drop him that. We're going to also drop in the email right there, info@allthingsmagic.com. And that is our pal, Sammy. Great to see him here in Vegas at the Magic Club sometimes when I'm able to go. And tonight, great to see him winning on our slot machine. He knows a thing or two about slot machines, right? Because he lives in Vegas just like me. And so yeah, he's been around them enough. Tonight, he's pulling in that win. So good stuff there from Sammy.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
There we go. All right. So that'll wrap us up for tonight, friends. And thank you all for joining us tonight. For all of your support by tuning in is supporting what we do, and it is appreciated. If you also purchased raffle tickets or supported us with stars or super chats tonight, thank you. Sincerely, thank you very much. And if you also are one of our customers at the All Things Magic shop, allthingsmagic.com, thank you. Thank you very, very much for continuing to let us do what we do. Because honestly, if you didn't support us for all of that, I probably wouldn't be here looking at you. So let's go ahead and wrap up in style. And Steve Timken also says he finally signed up for Magic Live. So we'll be seeing you this summer, Steve Timken, and I'm sure a lot of you other friends will be here too. Looking forward to that in the not too distant future. So let's go ahead and rock on out of here in style. And thank you again for the love on the 700 days of no alcohol. All right, let's do it to it, friends. Have a great rest of your week, and I will catch you all next time. Ooh, yay. And two. Ta-da! All right, the wifey hooking me up. Hey, Ryan, right back at you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for love. Have a great week as well, Mr. Lou. Have a great night, Mr. Gary. Have a good night, sir. What's Ken Dump saying? Hey, thanks for trying to do the show next week during your business. Have fun. Hey, appreciate you, Ken. I'm looking forward to next week. I am gigging, man. 3 straight days in a row. I can't wait. Thank you. Tim Miller. Hey, right back at you, my friend. Thank you, sir. No, Jeffrey, you have a good one. Hey, thank you very much, Steve. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Bill. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, sir. All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Catch you next time. Hey, there we go. Brian Irwin gets the last word tonight. You are the best, Mr. Brian. You're the best. Catch you later, buddy, and my friends. See ya.
Thank you, and good night.